Star Trek: Strange New Worlds has completed its first season, and I can confidently declare it's the franchise's greatest TV excursion since Season 4 of Enterprise, and maybe even the best years of Deep Space Nine. The series' optimism and episodic narrative mirror the Star Trek concept of exploring the last frontier on adventures ranging from humorous to perilous in a quest of greater understanding of the human condition. But what can we anticipate from the show's second season? Let us investigate. First, we have the beginning of Spock and Kirk's relationship. A Quality of Mercy introduced us to the Strange New Worlds version of James T. Kirk, Paul Wesley, who replaces Pike as captain of the Enterprise. The episode compared Pike's polite approach to captaining with Kirk's out-of-the-box risk-taking, examined two very different approaches to Starship Command. Wesley will return in Season 2, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the program handles the Pike-Kirk bond. But there's another connection I can't wait to watch blossom. Kirk and Spock, the finest bromance in science fiction. The younger Spock of Strange New Worlds has not yet met his future captain, but he will shortly. This means that the series has a fantastic chance to depict how Spock grew so close to Kirk and how they created a bond that would actually energize science fiction fandom for years. J.J. Abrams' Star Trek films depicted a version of the pair's first encounter under quite different circumstances, in which their initial impressions were disastrous. I don't want to see it happen again. Kirk and Spock don't have to be best friends right away, but I believe that their relationship progressing from mutual respect to real friendship would be more in line with their characters' cores and the idealism of Strange New Worlds. Moving on, a trip to Illyria. The third episode, Ghosts of Illyria, establishes that despite appearances, Enterprise First Officer Una Chin Riley, played by Rebecca Romijn, is not a human person. Instead, she's an Illyrian, a species barred from joining the Federation due to their participation in genetic engineering, and she is one of them. Because Una lied on her Starfleet application, the series finale concludes with her being imprisoned for her dishonesty. In the other universe that Pike visits during the episode, she discovers that she's been imprisoned for the last 7 years. It's doubtful that we'll see Una again. In fact, Pike claims that this isn't the end of their relationship. On the other side, I would want to see the program broaden its scope and explore the Illyrian civilization itself. The race had only appeared once previously in Star Trek in an episode of Enterprise that had nothing to do with genetic engineering and was a one-time appearance. It would be a waste not to research the Strange New World Illyrians, since they are practically a new species, and it would also be a waste not to. Bring us to their home planet and explain how they came to embrace genetic engineering as part of their culture. Bringing Una back to her former residence would be an incredible chance to build her character as well. Following that, don't leave La'an out for too long. To continue the genetic engineering motif, one of the season's highlights was the debut of Enterprise Security Chief La'an Noonien Singh, portrayed by Christina Chong. Her character might have been a cheap effort at fan service, since she's the descendant of a certain infamous Trek enemy, but La'an and Chong went above and beyond that expectation. La'an confronts her background as a Gorn captive in the episodes Memento Mori and All Those Who Wander, which is a serious component of her character development. In other episodes, she has comedic moments of character improvement, her learning to have fun alongside Una in Spock Amok, Chong's bad cop interrogation in Spock Amok, and her brainwashing role as a Disney princess in The Elysian Kingdom were both amusing in contrast to La'an's generally restrained manner. As a result, La'an's decision to take a leave of absence during the episode All Those Who Wander to aid Oriana, another Gorn captive who had escaped, in finding her family came as quite a surprise. If it hadn't already been confirmed that Christina Chong will return for Season 2, this would be a fitting end to her character's story. Because it is much too soon to say goodbye, this is a fortuitous turn of circumstances. Throughout Strange New Worlds, the ensemble has been one of the show's strongest elements. We're crossing our fingers that La'an's leave of absence won't turn out to be permanent. Moving on, the character-focused episodes. The rising frequency of serialization in television programming has resulted in the loss of Day in the Limelight episodes, which are episodes that focus largely on a single character in a self-contained plot. These episodes may not always advance the plot, but they do provide viewers a better understanding of the person in question. This component of Strange New Worlds' episodic style has been employed in a substantial number of episodes, which is one of the show's strengths. Almost every member of the main cast has had the chance to star in their own Star Trek episode at some point throughout their tenure with the series. One of the recurring stories introduced this season was Pike's battle with recognizing his own dark future. Spock's half-brother Sybok and his lover Captain Angel were also frequent plotlines, Jesse James Keitel. On the other hand, abandoning the episodic structure in favor of a serialized, the season is one continuous movie mode of production would be a mistake for Strange New Worlds. Fortunately, the showrunners have confirmed that Enterprise helmsman Erica Ortega's Melissa Navia will get her own highlight episode next season. This is an encouraging sign that the series is on the right track going ahead. Next up, let's look at an overview of the Star Trek Strange Worlds. In Star Trek, the original series, Captain Pike is troubled by his unavoidable destiny, and although Although Season 1 of Strange New Worlds did live true to its name by presenting new planets and creatures, the overriding plot was Pike's struggle with that fate. Meanwhile, Strange New Worlds introduced Lieutenant Lan Noonien Singh, Christina Chong, whose history with the Gorn reintroduced the reptilian aliens in a terrifying new way, and revealed the fascinating backstory of Number 1, aka Lieutenant Commander Una Chin Riley, Rebecca Romijn, a genetically engineered Illyrian. In addition, Nurse Christine Chappell's, Jess Bush, amorous affections for the Vulcan science officer provide depth and complexity to the failed love tale between Lieutenant Spock, Ethan Peck, and T'Pring, Gia Sandu. The dramatic cliffhanger of Strange New World's first season finale has the potential to alter the course of Captain Pike and the USS Enterprise for all time. And the series conclusion of Strange New Worlds presented one of Star Trek's greatest icons, Captain James T. Kirk, Paul Wesley, setting up his return when the series returns for a second season. In case you missed any of the news, updates, casting, or narrative details that the cast of Star Trek Strange New Worlds shared with the attendees at San Diego Comic-Con, you can find them all right here. Moving on, story details for Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2. Season 2 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds has officially concluded filming in Toronto, so you can count on it. On January 18, 2022, Paramount Plus confirmed the renewal of Strange New Worlds for a second season, along with Star Trek Picard for a third season and Star Trek Discovery for a fifth season. The second season of Strange New Worlds will have the same number of episodes as the first. Cast members have teased that Season 2 of Strange New Worlds will be even more epic than the first. At the San Diego Comic-Con, the cast of Star Trek Strange New Worlds spoke about a number of topics, including the following season's character growth. It's been said that in Season 2, Lon will exhibit a new side of herself, with more Khan-like features than in Season 1. Gorn may also make a return. The panel discussed Season 1's fairy tale episode, The Elysian Kingdom, and promised that Season 2's narrative will be much better. The second season of Strange New Worlds will feature Spock's ongoing battle with his human nature as the romantic tensions between him, T'Pring, and Nurse Chapel increase. Finally, what do we know about the Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 cast? The entire cast of Star Trek Strange New Worlds is returning for Season 2, including Anson Mount as Captain Pike, Ethan Peck as Spock, Rebecca Romijn as Number 1, Christina Chong as Lan Noonien Singh, Celia Rose Gooding as Nyota Uhura, Melissa Navia as Lieutenant Erica Ortegas, Jess Bush as Nurse Christine Chappell, and Babs Olusanmokun as Dr. Joseph Mbenga. In addition, Bruce Horak will return as a new character. Despite Chief Engineer Hemmer's noble death in Strange New Worlds Episode 9, while the series is expected to introduce a new engineer, possibly Scotty, to replace Hemmer, excitingly, Paul Wesley will also return as James T. Kirk in Strange New Worlds Season 2. His story places him in the regular timeline during the earliest parts of his journey to becoming the great Captain Kirk of lore. Gia Sandu is also expected to reprise T'Pring. Well, that marks the end of our video today. We hope you enjoyed it. On your way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.